Bit of fighting wouldn't be bad. I do agree. Yeah, we were at 5 now, but it definitely was a temptation to add that on to our current list as well. Still might do so, especially if our current tactic for resist cold enemies is to hit them. It has been working out for us so far, so I do believe that that is our current strategy. So yeah, 5 fighting. It won't take much experience at all to bring that up a couple more. We'll slow play this for the time being and decide which direction we want to go here. Ooh, you Kiddlywinks. There we go, that's much better. Even though you're hitting us 2 at a time, at the very least, you're both in the zone. Okay, normally Alroka is a pain, but look at that willpower. 0% chance of banishing, holy moly. And the Yaks will block the fireball from coming down, at least for the time being. Oh, invisibility kind of sucks, though. Oh, and Alroka blinked, so that is a little bit rough. Oh, there we go, you're next to us again. Fantastic. Let's just fight you straight up then. Beautiful. I'm glad that you don't go for suicidal blasts of point-blank fireballs like I know wizards are ought to do when they find themselves unable to see their own form. At least that's what it seems like when wizards turn each other or turn themselves invisible and then start blasting until they completely annihilate their own selves. Where are all my downstairs at? Are they going to be in this weird building structure, maybe? I feel like the game's starting to leave us very little choice as to where we would like to explore and potentially find ourselves. Did I leave this floor just for turn count reasons, or is there something scary? Doesn't look like we left behind anything too scary, so we could potentially try to see if Lair is still around up there. Alternatively, let's head over down this direction and maybe a stairwell. Hey, there she is. Fantastic. Then come one, come all, my friends. Oh, you are a pain in the butt, my friend. That's not in a Frozen Rampart section, you fool. How dare you? Magic Dart, not doing great. Let's at the very least quiver it so it makes it slightly less painful to use. Okay, it does just barely get us through the encounter, so I will gladly take that. And perfect, we gain knowledge of Scorch. Again, it's pretty tempting, especially since it's the counterpart to our current ice magic, so it would potentially give us a decent opportunity to get around any potential resistances. I have a lot of spell levels at the moment, so I'm feeling pretty lackadaisical about worrying too much about whether it's the right decision. I'll just learn Scorch for the time being. I would love to find Ignite, of course, so always happy to get some early fire magic sent our direction. And yes, come one, come all. Pretty well suited for dealing with orc packs, so this is just going to be a nice chunk of experience for us early on here. Again, I don't think we're going to be ready to head into orc for a wee bit, seeing as how we want to do it all in one fell swoop, but that's still just absolutely lovely, quite fantastic. And let's learn a little bit of fire magic here while we're in the department or in the business of finding new skills to train. And more orcs. Hello, my friends. Goodbye. And we have 5 teleports, so we at least have more teleports this time around. Will hopefully keep us out of the nasty situation that we found ourselves in last run. And let's see, now you should be in range of Scorch, so let's just start scorching, shall we? Between that and Frozen Ramparts, we definitely deal a nice chunk of change. We're able to take that son of a gun down. And things are looking okay, we're starting to stabilize. Still haven't found that lair entrance, which is mildly concerning. More altars, that's not what I'm looking for. Could technically be in one of these 2 sections. Ooh, looks like I am potentially going to come to regret the wasting of early game turns. That's a bit of a shame, Wujian. Unfortunately, I'm already a follower here, so we're just gonna have to leave you by the wayside for the time being. And let's head on over. Okay, this way, of course, is what I meant. Protection from Fire Ring. Okay, that's very nice to complement what we already have going here. If we can get a few more resistances under our belt, definitely leaves us with less concern for the future. Hello, my friend. I'll scorch ya. Fantastic. Not quite as nice as the first encounter, not having the room to actually get in some early hits, but no issue one way or another as we do manage to take out that son of a gun once again here. And wow, everything's a dead end, eh? Oof, oof, oof. So I think we have one more potential lair floor, so I guess we will just head on down for the time being. Oh, that's not what I wanted. There we go. I was hoping we had a non-trapdoor stairwell below, and we do indeed. Another altar, hey. Now, at the end of time, a second Fedez altar. Okay, the game was very much trying to send us off in that direction. Unfortunately, it seems like we missed the memo. But let's start exploring the rest of the floor here. And I'm hoping... Oh gosh. This is not looking fantastic. Let's go with a teleport. Bring back our shields. Perfect. Never a concern. And there's our lair entrance. Holy moly, fantastic. So in this character, I'm feeling a little more interested in going to an early lair. Again, Frozen Ramparts suits itself well as long as we don't find ourselves in a completely force-based level, in which case I'm a little bit boned. But, you know, barring that, we should be in a half-decent spot to just blitz our way through the majority of lair. Trying to remember what resides inside of this little vault. Oh, just an Orc Warrior. I thought it was going to be a Hydra or something, so I was ready to fight for my very life and well-being, but no problem dealing with just a baby Orc Warrior. Fantastic. And we'll read through our IDs. There we go, getting Blink, so that is just beautiful. So, do I want to head into lair right away, or do I hold out just a wee bit longer? Getting offered Searing Ray. Guess it's better than Magic Dart in a lot of ways. We don't have Amnesia yet, but I'm just grabbing these up, gobbling them down as they come. And I think we'll at least explore a little bit further before I make any rash decisions. Should be able to kill off you, my friend. I do love Troll Leather Armor, so there's a decent opportunity or decent chance that we will end up switching into that. Not too bad. Otherwise, we'll just get right back on the road here and see what other fun and exciting friends we can uncover, shall we? Wraiths on their own, at least, not too big of a deal. Ooh. Kinda hate that. What are you, my friend? I guess we'll never know. A dead monster is what you are, I guess. That's fair enough. And okie dokie, we'll head on down. Wave of Frost. Okay. Do I dare? Probably not. Even Nethack is a little meh. Scorch can hit invisible targets. Oh, that's a good point. It was an Unseen Horror, probably. Right, but it wasn't doing the bat movement thing. So I'm curious if it was some kind of wraith. Or what are they? What did we get killed by in our first run of today? I don't know, maybe it went down a bit too easily to be that, but regardless, yeah, Nethack, ugly thing. Nethack, I guess, isn't the end of the world. Our current setup, we could get a decent amount of AC thanks to Ozcoop's armor. But yeah, Ice Caves in general is a very interesting predicament because most of our damage will be nullified, provided that we do come across like simulacrums and the like. So I'll probably just have to say nay to that, unfortunately. I mean, not the end of the world one way or another. Hubris, hey, it wouldn't be a Sunday if we didn't engage in some light hubris, you know, just an appropriate amount of hubris, or at least that's what I like to tell myself. Hey, passing up caves, we don't quite see how to do it, right? I feel that exactly. It's pretty much the boat that we find ourselves in. It pains me to turn anything down and to not fully explore the game, which is why Meteorans are probably not the best suited species to my own playstyle, because of how much we have to leave undiscovered, how many stones left unturned. But hey, it is what it is. And at the end of the day, we're trying to get a win with every species, and there's only one way to do that, and it's to play as every species here. So hopefully we can make some good progress. I guess now is maybe a time to get a bit of training into evocations. And, do you recall an older DCSS YouTuber do one with Mephitic Cloud, so Ice Beast and no RC? It's always possible, especially if you're lucky enough to get one that is specifically well tailored for you to deal with. It works out. You think a confused Death Yak killed the Frost Giant? Okay, that's wild. That's a story that you definitely take out of the dungeon with you and you're telling until the end of days. That is wonderful. Okay, let's head up to this stairwell and take a peek down real quick. Yeah, with Frost. I gotcha. I think the Frost was down there where we left behind our Death Yak friend. But again, not too worried about it. And for the time being, let's just keep moving on here. Keep living the life and surviving. In a nice amount of experience. I'm just about ready to head in to Lair. So I'm just hoping to get one more piece of the puzzle. I guess we have the Flame Whip. That's the one thing. And if the ice cavern is still open, then the game knows just how to tempt me. Oh. Oh, Meliai. Oh, that's rough. Let's not keep tab fighting into you, shall we? Definitely break my armor. No problems there. What are my odds of hitting you with this? Half decent. That should at least kill you, and we get Dazzling Flash. I don't think of that as a conjuration spell, but fair enough. Yeah, that. Why is this conjurations? I guess you're conjuring the bolts themselves, but it doesn't deal damage and it just applies a hex effect. That's a bit strange. I understand it, but still a bit strange for me. Very much an oof. Okie dokie. So, do I dare get any closer? I mean, want to explore. Oh, that's not even our ice cave? Okay, that was just some weird ice-themed enemies just hanging out doing their thing. It is nearby, as we can see from the latest message there. So, again, I was expecting it to be here. Maybe it still is, and that would resolve my confusion to a certain extent at the very least. Hello, my Komodo friend. Goodbye. Oh, not quite. Never mind. You're a resilient son of a gun. There we go. And okie dokie. I wish I knew what spells were in the pipeline to head our way, or that I had a weapon that I'd like to use. I guess we have the +3 Morning Stars. That's okay. That's not too shabby, to say the least. So maybe we start training that direction. Oh, there was a shield that we left upstairs, wasn't there? I should have picked that up. Any new evocables? We do have now a Flame Wand, some more Charming Charges, and Quicksilver. Unfortunately, no rechargeable evocables yet. But, you know, we're up to 6 evocations. That was the last skill that we were training up. Which, until we get more wands or some of those rechargeable, is probably good enough to sit just about there. Maybe we'll go with just maces and flails. It's that or staves, and we just have the Staff of Death so far. I guess ranged weapons is always kind of an option, though it's a little antithetical to our current strategy. Let's go with the maces and flails for the time being. That'll train up nice and fast with the +3, and Morning Stars are a wonderful early game weapon, or even late game weapons, so that will do for me for the time being. We'll run down these stairs to get a nice little chunk of healing done. And okay, looks like if the ice cave is here, then we might have passed up on our only opportunity earlier on, because it's not looking like we're getting another nice avenue leading us that direction. Oh yeah. Oh, it's very distant now. I didn't even notice. So it must... What the heck? Oh, it's there. I see the ice. Why do we have all these ice cave themed areas? Oh god. Can you stop that? Dang it, I got into a bit of a comfortable situation where I was used to them walking towards us instead of throwing rocks, and of course this son of a gun has to come along and completely ruin my day in that regard. Let's go with Lig to give us some AC to hopefully make it through this encounter. Also gives us some extra health. Fantastic. Does waste turns, seeing as how we have to wait for it to wear off, but that is a price that I'm willing to pay. And jeez Louise, this floor is rough. Ah, hello Azrael. Man, if I wasn't in an almost dead position, I would love to see you. Oof. I don't know if there's really much running away in this situation. I mean, technically there is, especially using a blinking. We could bring ourselves back to this stairwell at least. Yeah, do you know what? Let's do it. We do have the Ring of Resist Fire, so we at least could have some potential, but the main thing is Damnation. There's just no shot. It's just over for us. So let's jump back, run right up to our stairs. Goodbye, ice caves. I guess we will not be seeing what you have in store for us today. And instead, let's head over this direction. Book of Blood. Summon Hydra. Do we want to gear shift into a summoning build just for that one spell? Probably not. Oh, and there is our roly-poly friend. Why, hello there. Yep. Oh yeah, you definitely hurt. You know what? Let's just bring you over to my side, charm you out. You are just a big, strong monster after all. It doesn't take too much for us to charm your boots off, seeing as how it is just the truth, really, at the end of the day. Just speaking facts, and let's potentially head in. Now, Hydra not worth? Yeah, no, I didn't think so. I like to entertain the thought, the possibilities usually, but not too dead set on experimenting with anything today, especially since I'm hoping that Bahamut will still just hand us the keys to the kingdom at some point in our journey here, and we won't have to worry about it. Oh wow. Now a volcano. How about that? Volcano I'm very tempted to go into though. I have fire resistance. So you're saying there's a chance? Okay, let's actually take a peek at the area in advance, because there we go. Thanks to the dungeon mapping, we do manage to get a bit of a sneak peek as to where we need to head. Now the main question is, are we going to be able to head that way, or am I going to keep dead-ending myself in the attempt? The answer may surprise you. What the heck? So it's got to be this way, right? How many dead ends can one man run into in his journey? Down, maybe? Ooh, more Quicksilver is lovely. And then let's head on over, shall we? Where'd you go? There you are. Fantastic. Okie dokes, so immediately put on our protection from fire, probably in exchange for willpower. And let's do this, shall we? Oh, this is not an area I recognize. Let's definitely put up ice walls immediately, seeing as how that will be our best bet for dealing with most of our friends here. And just stick close to the walls as much as we can. Do this one fast. Lava comes up and eats the items. Ah, that's definitely good to note. Oops, I should not have armored quite yet. Let's try that again. Oh, no, I'm on the wrong side of history. Oh, I don't have flight potions ID'd. I want this blinking scroll so bad. If I go around, there's no shot it doesn't get swallowed up, hey? Oh, and a gargoyle. Hello, my friend. Yeah, you and your fancy flight showing off. Yeah, there we go. The blink did, in fact, get sucked up by the lava, but that was to be expected. Oh, geez, that gargoyle almost taking us out. Where's our exit? Looking for an exit. Molten gargoyle, not great. I gotta imagine. Oh, it might last that long. You haven't seen this volcano too often. Yeah, it didn't seem like it at the end of the day there, but hey, I'm glad we didn't commit to anything we were unable to resolve. And oh, this is not the exit? Excuse me? Game? Where do I get out here? Oh, it's over here. Okay, I see. At least it seems like the lava never completely overtakes us, and we still got a decent chunk of change out of there in terms of valuables, so I will gladly take that. And now we're ready to continue exploring on here and seeing what the dungeon has in store. Yes, Ozuku's armor still has some power to go at the top level there, so we could aim that direction. I'm tempted to just wait for Vehement to give us another selection in terms of spell offer and then run with that as we see fit. Okay, the walls should definitely help us if we do end up being petrified here. Fortunately, we don't have to test that theory at all, and we can instead just keep on moving here. Hello, my friendly canine boys. Hello, hello. Come on, come all. Yeah, I do love mopping up hordes of base enemies like this with frozen ramparts. Just wonderful. But that's nicely to get out of the volcano's fun train. Seems to be so. Okie dokie, wand of digging. Very interesting. It looks like we have spider as one of our S branches here. So that's going to be interesting. For the most part, frozen ramparts pretty solid against spiders, so I'm happy with that. For the other one, I don't know. Oh, it looks like it's gonna be swamp. I was about to say I don't know whether I'd prefer swamp or shoals. Both are pretty bad when it comes to the number of walls available for our freezing pleasure, but I guess swamp is probably slightly better than shoals in terms of our ability to complete it. Hey, Railbird, how's it going? Hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. Always lovely to see you. Okie dokie. For the time being, we'll continue exploring a wee bit here. I was hoping to just find some more downstairs to keep our turn count looking good, feeling pretty. Then yeah, do I go with spider or swamp first? I feel like we almost gotta go with spider. I'd be way more enthused if we had something like freezing cloud that was some real AoE capability. Frozen ramparts is nice and all, but we're kind of relying on getting lucky with positioning and things like that. Okay, we get extended range, nice. I wish that worked on frozen ramparts, but I could see that being a smidge unfair, to say the least. Plus 6 plate armor. I doubt I'll ever have enough strength and spellcasting to actually wear you, but I'll pick you up for the time being. Can at least kind of tell ourselves sweet little nothings and pretend that we may one day come to bring it to bear. And again, wolves have got to be one of the more satisfying enemies to face with Ice Elementalist builds. Fantastic. Ooh, Wand of Roots. Okay, that plate armor is being dropped sooner than expected. I mean, there's a lot of garbage here that I could probably get away with dropping, but we'll go with that route for the time being. It's the one that requires the least amount of thought, so I'm always happy to see that. And wonderful, level 13 pack is still full, so it looks like we're going to have to empty out more garbage. drop the stones for now. And in fact, let's turn those off of our auto pickup. I don't think we'll be needing those anytime soon. At least not anymore. Let's do Rapier Protection. Not too interested in that. Brand Weapon, on the other hand. Ooh, okay. Let's read that and apply it to our lovely Morningstar here. Morningstar of Protection. Eventually, we'll probably want to shift that brand off, but that might actually be kind of nice for the time being here. And in fact, 9.6 training. We're attacking once per turn, so let's swap over to this son of a gun. And that should be just about perfect for us. And for now, we'll do a little bit more exploration here on Layer 4 before we check out... Scratch that. We're instead going to check out the next floor now. Perfect, just as we planned, of course, not at all unexpected or sketchy in any way, shape, or form. But okie dokes, even the Dream Sheep, not too much of an issue, and I'm very happy with this Morningstar for the time being. That is just lovely. Let's hope for Heal Wounds. I can't believe we still haven't discovered our Heal Wounds. That's definitely going to, or potentially rather, going to come back to bite us at some point down the road in the future. For now, let's not worry too much about it. Oh hey, there's slime. Do we wish to go slime for a third rune? In fact, third rune actually gets pretty dang interesting. Oh hey, 5-headed Hydra. Okay, perfect. It is in our frozen ramparts, so that's good. Has a chance to slow it down, and with 28 AC, I mean, I'm not too concerned. But our odds against any number of headed Hydra, really? Famous words to regret. But okay, let's keep IDing things as we come across those scrolls. Quite lovely, fantastic. And we're definitely, once again, in a pretty solid spot. I think we might run up and return to Spider right away here. That leaves us with enough extra turns in the bank for if Spider ends up being a true nightmare that we have to retreat from. We can potentially still make it out of Lair and back in the future. Whoops, no, I do not want to move. Whoopsie daisies. And you, my friend, dealing a nice chunk of change, but there we go. Absolutely terrifying. And here I was saying that I'm ready for Spider. Unfortunately, I don't think there's much of a choice one way or another, but it is what it is. And so with that, we'll do a little bit of final exploration of the zone here, especially Yak Pack. Always love to see it. Very much up our alley here. Fantastic. Yeah, doing even with you, my friends. Even with Meteoran turn count, there's enough time to do Orc and or the rest of D before Spider. Yeah, that's the plan if things end up going less than ideally for us here. Jeez Louise. Oh, me oh my. Let's try to settle this a little bit. I probably shouldn't be fighting at all, but I'd like to finish off these sons of guns real quick. Fantastic. You got through Spider's Nest without seeing Visible in your last game, only to die in Elven Halls. Oof, yeah. That's the thing, is I've always heard that you should do Orc when you're ready to do Elf as well, so you can kind of just go through in one fell swoop and not worry about turn count. But maybe I shouldn't worry myself quite so much with that side of things in optimal play here, and instead just try my best to stay alive and get through one of these with enough experience under our belt to know how to operate moving forward, or potentially with a win. Wouldn't that be nice?